That was Tupac, Do For Love.
Right on, bro.
Why you keep saying that?
It was on Tupac, bro. I'm Chef from South Park, baby. First you gotta take her and you got to look at her and go, yo, baby, I'm Chef. Did you see South Park this week? They found out who Cartman's father was.
Yes, I saw it.
They thought it was either Chef or 18 other people, including the Denver Broncos. It was messed up. They said that his mom was with everybody. Mrs. Cartman was everywhere.
Yeah.
Tupac music, everyone. Well, we're supposed to have a group discussion right now with 225 Club Kids on the radio. Your tag team partners of the world, Shelly and Jason, are nowhere to be found.
They're over there.
Where did they go?
In the room.
Well, and today we were supposed to have a very interesting little topic of discussion.
That's okay, me and Dad about Anthony.
But I wanted...
How Anthony lied.
I wanted all of us, all the club kids, to kind of talk about it, because there are some people that feel that
Lying is the answer.
maybe it's not so fair that you got in trouble today for not telling the truth about something. So I decided that maybe honesty would be a good topic of discussion, but some of you don't think so. So now the question becomes, is it ever necessary to lie? And if so, when and why? Now the story for about last night was that you were supposed to do something yesterday, Anthony, but I won't go into details because that's your private life. You were supposed to do something last night for your mom. And you pretended to do it, so I thought you did it, and in reality you didn't. So when your mother called to check on you, I said, sure, Anthony did it. Oh, no, he didn't. I said, yes, he did. No, he didn't. Ask him. And I asked you, and you gave me that goofiest smile. You didn't do it. You pretended to do it, and so I'm backing you up, and so all of a sudden your mom wanted you in trouble. She said, no movie, and if it was up to her, she would have picked you up this morning, young man. You lied to Dad. So as a result of you lying, what happened?
I'm not going to a movie.
What's the worst part of your punishment?
Nothing.
Not the big long lecture this morning that we talked and talked and talked and talked and talked. Anthony's looking at me like, shut up. That lecture must have lasted like an hour and a half.
That was boring, but it wasn't bad.
Well, what? Did you learn any valuable lesson out of it?
No.
Well, thank you. You learned nothing?
Better not to listen. Next time when you lie, try to be a little more slick.
Okay, so what? Any kids listening? Anybody else? It's okay to lie as long as it's slick.
It's okay to lie as long as you don't get caught.
You know, Angelica, now I happen to disagree with you, but give me an example of a lie.
Wasn't that a dumb reason?
Give her an example.
If we went into the details, I don't think it was a dumb reason, because what your mom asked you to do was so simple.
She didn't ask me to do that. I'm supposed to do it.
Okay, so
but some mothers call their sons or daughters on their own when they're sleeping somewhere. It's like I don't always have to call my mom.
But if all she wanted to, now you're letting all the details out. Your mother, all she asked you to do was, before you knocked out, to call her to say goodnight. That's it. And you didn't do that. What you did instead, since you let the cat out of the bag, is I told him, are you going to call your mom to say goodnight? And he says, yeah, okay, or whatever. I said, okay, well, I'm going to go to sleep. Because he didn't say goodnight to me either. So what he did was he picked up the phone. He pretended to dial. He pretended that his mom was on the phone, and he had this little conversation with her. And then he says, I love you, good night. This morning, his mother calls to say that, what happened? He didn't call me to say good night. I said, yes, he did. She said, no, he didn't. I said, you must have been sleeping or something. Anthony called you. And she says, ask him. I asked him, and he said no. Now, Anthony says, now this is where your experts come in, I guess. Anthony says that it's not that big a deal, that why couldn't mom call me? And I say it's a big deal because mom wanted him to call. On the other hand, his mom says...
Yeah, but why couldn't she call him?
On the other hand, his mother says that the only way that she can know for certain that he's okay and that he's with me and that there are no problems is if he calls. So if your parents want you to... If your parents want you to check in, what's the big deal? And he doesn't think it's a big deal.
What you should have done with Mark Harvey. If he calls her, he could be anywhere else. just calling her. That's why it's better if she calls him, because if she calls him, then she knows she knows where he is.
Okay, so Angelica, if your mom asked you to call her, say goodnight from wherever you were sleeping over, you wouldn't do it?
No. Why?
To say goodnight. She's your mother.
Her mom wouldn't. My mom wouldn't care.
These are people that carried you around for 9 months in the belly, and then they clothe you, they give you houses and food and stuff.
Okay, Harvey, what were you telling me? What's an example of what?
Okay, yeah. You say that sometimes it's okay to lie, as long as you're slick about it. What possible reason could there be to create a lie?
There's a lot of reasons, especially if you're me and Jennifer.
Such as?
I can't say that on the radio because I'd be giving myself up.
Okay, tell me about the first time. Tell me about the first time that you ever lied to your parents.
I don't know the first time I ever lied to my parents.
It's been that many times?
Yeah.
And you're admitting it on the air, and they're probably listening.
We lie even when we don't.
Even when you tell the truth, you lie.
When we don't have to lie, we still lie because we're so used to lying.
Now, one day you're going to be parents, and your daughters are going to say the same thing to you, and then what?
I know I got caught from lying. My mother caught me from lying to her, but all she did was tell me why did I lie to her.
Well, see, parents trust you, and they want.
People don't get punished just.
But I don't trust my mother, because if I tell her something, I know what she's gonna tell me. That's why I lied to her. And when she found out, she was mad, but still, it doesn't matter.
Well,
there
like,
gotta be a lot of people who are tricked, and a lot of people like to trick on people.
okay, where some lies, I understand, like, if Jennifer just bought a new pair of shoes, and you just think they're the ugliest things ever in life, but she asks you your opinion, you probably would tell her that they're nice shoes.
She does that all the time.
Well, that's a lie, that's okay.
No.
But if your mother asks you, where were you, and you say that you were at Jennifer's house when in reality you were at Eddie and Jobo's house,
Eddie and Jobo.
then there's a big
yeah,
problem.
like I wish I was at their house.
No, you
My brother
don't.
has this one thing in his head that we go to boys' club first. We go to boys' club, and then we go to our boyfriend's house.
Well, everybody knows you don't.
Jose thinks that everything I tell him is a lie. Like yesterday, I came home and he said that I was starting with this one girl that I had got into a fight with before. And I told him, no, I didn't. I have not seen that girl since they brought the cops to my house. Oh.
That's the truth.
So he goes, no, you're lying to me. The girl's mother told me that you were starting with her, and I go, no, I wasn't. I said I was not starting with her. I haven't seen her since that day. And then he goes, you're lying. I said, yeah, I'm always a liar. And he goes, yeah, you're always a liar. You always lie to me about everything anyways.
But see,
so he doesn't believe me.
Well,
even when I tell the truth, they don't believe me. That's why I don't tell the truth anymore.
But you know what happened? The very first time you got busted in a lie, that ruined the trust forever.
Well, we never got busted. We got busted.
I think you're a little busted now.
I think we are a little busted now. My brother's not listening because he doesn't have a radio.
That's cool.
That has radio.
All right, no
Thank
radio.
God, I love you.
But
I love you.
here's the bottom line. So we can wrap up this little group discussion that didn't turn into the moral lesson I thought it would be. If you don't lie at all, then you'll never get caught lying, and then people will trust you. But the minute you lie...
But it doesn't matter because I never have a question.
How could you get punished for lying? How could you get punished for lying?
Everybody lies. Now, if you got caught doing something,
Everybody doesn't lie.
If you got caught doing something wrong, okay, then they can punish you. But then they're gonna punish you for lying? Come on, what kind of punishment? No matter what, if they get punished or not, everybody lies.
Like
and you know that.
you're teenagers right now. So at your age, 14 years old, some teenagers, they experiment with smoking or whatever. So let's say that one day your father finds cigarettes in your sweater or whatever. Or one day your father notices that you smell like cigarettes and you've been smoking. And he asks you if you've been smoking.
Oh, I didn't know.
Well, you're probably going to turn around and say, I haven't been smoking, but you're busted because he found the cigarettes and because he smelled like cigarettes.
It's one of my friends. I was holding it for my friends.
But if he knows you're lying, then how could he ever trust you again? That's my point.
I'm gonna enter the
I don't lie about that stuff. I don't lie about that stuff. If my mother found cigarettes in my pocket, okay, I wouldn't lie to her and say they're not mine if they're not mine. But they're never going to find cigarettes in her pocket because
she don't keep them there. She keeps them in her sock.
I don't smoke.
Okay.
Now, my mother asked me if I drink, and if I did drink, I would tell her that I drank because I'm not going to lie because she'll find out no matter what.
That's true.
So if I know she's going to find out, then I don't lie to her. But if I know she's not going to find out, then why are you going to not lie?
So your advice to any young people that might be listening is lie if you can get away with it?
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
This is terrible, everybody. That's not my advice. My advice is honesty, loyalty, elemental P.
Harvey, but honesty is not the best policy, like everybody says. Honesty is not.
Well, like if you lie to...
And sometimes it is, sometimes it isn't. But most of the times it isn't.
The comments of Club Kids on the Radio are not necessarily the opinions and comments of the Union League Boys and Girls of WLUW Radio or Hart Roman himself. I think it's music time. And I had queued up Honesty by the Happiness Club.
Harvey, what?
I'm going to play the Honesty song, and...
Yes, always believe in honesty.
Okay, Anthony, so during this whole discussion, is there anything that makes you feel any better about what happened today?
No.
So tomorrow you're probably going to lie to me again?
I'm not going to be here tomorrow.
He's not going to be here tomorrow.
Well, like the next weekend I have you, what's going to stop you from lying again? I think the Happiness Club is waiting to sing about honesty. Thank you all for participating in this exciting group discussion on honesty. You know, if Jose and Marguerite are listening.
Oh, I'm not related to Angelica, by the way.
You're twins.
And I don't know her.
We don't know what we're talking about. We're reading this off of a paper.
It's on a paper that Harvey made us say it.
Harvey,
Okay,
just in case my mom and Jose are listening to me right now.
Yeah, you're reminded.
I'm gonna say, hello, my name is Anthony. Hello. You're listening to the 12 Kids on the Radio. And you will be listening
And you be down with that.
You'll be listening to what? You will be listening to the best song. And the next song is the Happiness Song. It's all about me.
Got 1 minute to go. What's wrong with this man? It's hot in here. This fan is just moving.
It's not hot. It's just
I'm sweating. I don't have a music bed.
You're just nervous.